Hey guys, this is Jake with Casual Ecommerce, and in this video I'm going to be walking you through e-commerce funnels. So funnels are definitely something that's pretty common in the internet marketing space, and most businesses are utilizing funnels. So you've probably heard of funnels before, which is why you're looking at this video. So in this video I wanted to kind of give you a bird's eye view of what most e-commerce funnels are going to look like. And all a funnel really is essentially the pathway that our potential customer or acquired customer is going to be walking through. So the funnel is essentially just how and when and where our customers or potential customers are being exposed to our brand and have the potential to buy. So a lot of times people think that, e-commerce is just, showing somebody one ad and then they either buy or they don't buy, and that's it. But, if you're doing e-commerce like that, then, you're never going to really be able to scale really big. You're never going to be able to get any noticeable long-term results if you're, not focusing on the entire machine. So if you're not familiar with funnels and, you're looking at this little map here that I've created, you're probably extremely confused. So I'm going to kind of walk you through the entire process here. So this is kind of a bird's eye view, like I said, of pretty much what all e-commerce stores are doing, at least, good e-commerce stores. And the specifics obviously vary from store to store. So what type of ads they're running, what type of things they're selling, what they're sending in their emails. But this overall structure here is essentially followed by all e-commerce stores. So being able to understand how this e-commerce funnel works is going to be, extremely beneficial, so that way you can kind of replicate it. So essentially where the funnel begins is going to be up here with all traffic. So we can see that there's two types of traffic that our store will be getting. There's paid traffic, so this is from paid advertising, and then there's organic traffic, so this is people that go straight to your site, whether it's from like SEO rankings, whether it's from social media, or it could just be referrals like word of mouth. So this is organic traffic. This is free traffic, so this is where we don't pay, and then this is paid traffic right here. So like I said, this could be SEO, word of mouth, referrals, social media, things like that, and then we have paid. And the paid traffic here is split up between two main sections here. So I split it between like Google. This could also include like Bing, and then we have social media. So for paid traffic, there's essentially a search engine, and then there's social media. So Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Snapchat, all of those sites. And then for our paid traffic here, we have what's called our lead ads. So this is the first ad that we run to our customers. So this is the first time that they are introduced to our brand. So these are all of our lead ads here, whether it's search engine or social media. And then from these lead ads, people then click over to our product page or our website. So you can see this is where the paid traffic and the organic traffic meet up. They both meet up right here at our product page or our website. So this part of the funnel right here is essentially all most people think about. And to be honest, they probably only really think about like this middle part right here, and that's it. They don't worry about organic. They don't worry about Google. They mainly just do Facebook. But this section right here is pretty much what most people think about. And if you can tell just by, looking at the map, you can see that this section back here is bigger than this one. So ignoring this section is stupid. So now I'm going to continue to walk you through this. So once someone lands on our product page or website, they could be given an upsell here. So if they're buying one product, we could upsell them something related. And then right at this area, they're either going to finish checkout, and if they do finish checkout, they're going to receive a thank you email. And if they don't complete checkout, they're going to be hit with retargeting. So this retargeting is going to be from platforms such as Facebook. We can do remarketing on Google, YouTube as well. So, like I said, just making sure that you understand and are following this. Once people come to our product page or website via either organic or paid traffic, they either purchase the product and get sent a thank you email, or they do not purchase the product and they get hit with retargeting. And then you can see they also get hit with an abandoned cart email sequence as well. So these kind of happen simultaneously. They're going to be hit with abandoned carts. Obviously, this is only if they add the product to cart, though, which is why this comes second after retargeting, because we retarget everyone as soon as they visit the site, no matter what. So then from here, people can, if they buy from us from the retargeting or the abandoned cart sequence, they will also come down here to the thank you email. And in the thank you email, we can also do an upsell in here if we want. You don't have to, but I put that in there because a lot of people do like to implement upsells as well. So then what we can go ahead and do is from there, once people have purchased, they are going to be on our email newsletter. So this is where our newsletter starts. So our newsletter can provide things like weekly promotions right here. They can provide things like, value posts as well. Like if you have like a workout brand, you could just be sending people value, like 5 tips for summer workouts or something like that. You can send a lot of different things in a newsletter. I'm not going to get into the specifics of how to do each one of these individual things. Like I said, this is just a bird's eye view. And then once somebody's on our newsletter, we can get them to follow our social media here. And then when we post on our social media, that leads more to organic free traffic. And then you can see how this kind of builds a cycle, a little like flywheel circle here that just kind of keeps accelerating on itself. So the more people we get into here, the more people get to our emails, the more people get to our social media, the more they become organic traffic and come back to the site, and it kind of just multiplies on itself. So you can see that ignoring this entire section out here is stupid. So it's not something that you want to do. So most big e-commerce brands are going to be implementing this entire funnel right here. Now, sometimes there's certain brands, and this is actually common, that are really good at certain parts of the funnel, but not good at others. So you'll notice a lot of people are going to be really good right here at Facebook ads, and they're going to suck at everything else. Or they'll be really good at Google ads, and they'll suck at everything else. Or someone might be really good at organic, and then suck at everything else. So, you can still do like one traffic source up here, and then have all of this going on in the back end, and then still do really well. But you'll notice the biggest e-commerce businesses are pretty much hitting everything on all fronts. Now, something you can do is start with like one part of the funnel right here. So say you start with Google, and then you can implement Facebook later on. Now, when it comes to the traffic sources on the left side, you can implement them one at a time. But when it comes to this stuff out here, you always want all of these active at all times. Even if you're only using Google, you still want to be using retargeting, even on Facebook, because that's essentially free money. You always want abandoned carts. You always want your newsletter. And you always want your social media with social media posts. So this we'll call the front end, and this we'll call the back end. And you always want the back end running at all times, even if you're only using one traffic source from the front end. Now, what I want to explain next is the idea of customer lifetime value, because this is something that not a lot of people focus on. So most people focus purely on making money on the front end. And, this isn't a bad thing. Most of the time, if somebody pays $5 in ads, they want to make $10 back, and, fair play, understandable. However, they completely disregard the entire back end here. So a lot of the times people will view breaking even on a lead ad as a bad thing, when in fact that's essentially free money. So let me explain. So let's say we are paying $10 for purchases with our lead ads here. So we're paying $10 right here. And we are making $10 back right here on our product page website. So we're breaking even. So a lot of people would say, oh, well, that's bad. But not if you have the back end set up, it's not. Because if the back end set up, you're going to be making more money. So let's go ahead and go through, and let's say the first thing you implement is an upsell. So you were selling one product, you found another related product that you can sell. Maybe you're selling a $10 product, you found another product that's like $5. It's an easy add-on that somebody might go ahead and frequently add. So let's say you just implement that. So now you're making an extra, let's say that upsell just gives you an extra $1. So now you're spending $10 and you're making $11. So now you go ahead and implement some retargeting and abandoned cart sequences. So now people that have viewed our website but haven't bought, we're trying to get them back. So let's say our retargeting gets us an extra $3 on average. And the abandoned carts, let's say, gets us an extra $1. And I'm not pulling these numbers out of thin air. Retargeting is normally going to be the most powerful here. So now we're spending $10 on the front end, but if we include the back end, we are making $15 back for every $10 we spend. So we're not breaking even in actuality. We are now making a 1.5x return. Now let's say we implement an email upsell. That goes ahead and gives us $1. So now we're at $16. Now let's say our weekly promotions on average over the span of 3 months on our email list, people will on average, let's say, be worth another $3. So now you can see we're up to $9 here on the back end. So now we're spending $10 and making $19 back. And now let's include our social media posts as well. So let's say once we get people on social media, we make an additional $2 on the back end. So you can see now that we have, if we add this up, we have $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, $11 in additional revenue on the back end. And if you don't have any of this set up, then this breaking even right here would essentially look bad. But if you have this set up back here, then you can just spend $10 all day to acquire customers because you're going to be making $21 on average in return. So the key with understanding funnels is the more money that you can make in total from the entire customer. So essentially the funnel is going to equal the customer lifetime value. And you probably can't read this, but whatever. So your funnel is essentially going to equal customer lifetime value. So it's important to know this because if your entire funnel on average, a customer is worth $21, then you can spend way more up front because over time you're going to be making it back. So for most people that only focus on this section right here, they'd say I'm only making $10 back, so I can only spend up to $5 on lead ads. Meanwhile, you, with your entire funnel setup, you can sit here and spend $10, $15 and still be turning a profit based on your back end. You just have to be a little patient and wait for it to come in. And spoilers, that's how most businesses operate. Most businesses aren't going to turn an insane profit on day one. So with that said, I hope this explanation of funnels within e-commerce has helped you out and provided some insight into how the e-commerce business actually works on the back end and the typical pathways that traffic takes, when interacting with your brand and how you can maximize the value out of each individual customer. So with that said, if you found this video valuable, go ahead and leave it a thumbs up. Comment if you have any questions. subscribe to the channel for more content, and I will see you guys in the next video.